Happy Thursday. Oh my god, if I could get myself seated. My beautiful nail friends. Okay. If you hear a little bit of noise, it's because I have my handsome fur baby in here with me, and he is taking a little nap. Or he was, and currently scratching his ear. I don't know if you guys, I don't think you guys can see him. Anyways, it's fine. So I'm doing the Pantone Color of the Year 2024 Polish Collection. About a month ago, someone asked if I was planning on doing this video. And I gotta be honest with you guys, at that time, I had not even taken a look at what the Pantone color was. I'd forgotten. And I wasn't even planning on making this video. But that comment got me thinking about, what do I have in my collection? And in that moment, I could only think of 3 polishes, because I believe the commenter said it was a peach color, and I could really only think of 3. So I went onto Pantone's website, and the Pantone color is called Peach Fuzz. This is a pastel peach that has a little bit of yellow and a little bit of a red tone. So I see little hints of pink, which is really, really beautiful, and I find to be very flattering up against my skin tone, so very much enjoy it. I went into my collection today to pull what I had, and I try to approach this video very much like I did the Pantone color for 2023, which was Viva Magenta. In that video, I pulled magentas that I thought fit well into different seasons to cover me for the entire year. For this color, it's a little bit more challenging because I really don't see myself wearing this particular color outside of spring and summer. But now swatching them on my nails, there are some that I think could work for fall, and then maybe one possibly in the winter. So, okay, so let's go on to the Pantone website, and at the top it says embrace the warmth. Very much so. This is a very warm color, very beautiful. The Pantone color is called Peach Fuzz, like I mentioned. And it says, what is Pantone Peach Fuzz? Peach Fuzz captures our desire to nurture ourselves and others. It's a velvety, gentle peach tone whose all-embracing spirit enriches mind, body, and soul. Gentle peach tone. Highly agree. These specifically to me are very soft shades, very delicate shades, gentle tones, I would say. And then it says that we chose a color radiant with warmth and modern elegance. Also agree, guys. This hand in particular is giving me that very popular polish from ESSIE. It's a timeless color. It's a very elegant color. It's very popular actually from ESSIE, and you can really wear it with anything, and it's called Ballet Slippers. That one is more of like a milky, beigey polish. I think mine, I can't remember, mine has a little bit more of that pinky tone, but it is really, really beautiful, and I think it goes very well every single season. This is that type of color as well, because it's pastel, but it's not super bright, I would say. It's almost like a colorful neutral, in that it can really fit into almost every single season. Oftentimes though, when I do pull these two specifically, I tend to pull them in the spring. But I can see what they're talking about, elegance here. It's just such a gorgeous, I think, color. Before I get into all of the polishes, let me quickly talk about what's on my lips. I always, by the way, I try to put what's on my lips down in the description, and then I do try to list all of the polishes down below, whatever I'm wearing as far as manicure that day or whatever's on my lips, because I do get asked. This is from Urban Decay. It's a very, very old lipstick. It still smells good. So it's called, I always want to call it Carnal. If you know, you know. But it's called Carnal. I don't even know if they make this anymore. It's a peachy nude. And I pull this one out a lot of the times when I'm wearing warmer eye looks. And over that, a gloss, because I always add gloss on my lips. This is from Fenty. It's called Lemon Lava. It's a clear gloss, but it has gold sparkles. The gold sparkles though are super delicate. Okay, so let me start off with the polish that I have on my pinky here. And this is from ORLY. It's called Sweet Thing. And this is a cream. It's a pastel peach, but it has a little bit more red. So it has a bit more of that pinky tone. And I have it here on my pinky. Now, oftentimes, colors like these for me require about 3 coats and a little bit of extra drying time. And I usually expect that with this type of color, no matter the brand, because they all seem to perform the same for me. But a gorgeous color. And then the next one is from Olive and June. I have that one on my ring finger. This one probably has the trickiest formula out of all of these polishes. I would not recommend it personally. I keep it now just to wear on my toes, but I think I applied it on my as a manicure once, and it was my first and last time, because this is for borderline 5 coats. It has some white in it, kind of like Sweet Thing, but I feel like Sweet Thing has a little bit more of that white base. And although Tricky is not as tricky as this one has that white base, but it's streaky and it's patchy and it leaves balding, and it's just I oftentimes have to do some kind of ridge filler and whatever, right? And be very, very cautious and patient when I'm applying. I have to be kind of consistent in the amount of pressure I'm applying on all of my nails. Otherwise, I'm gonna have some nails that look more even than others. That's the kind of polish this is. This one is called B1, and it's from Olive and June. I am pretty sure I bought this one at a Target a while back. But anyways, I have it here on my ring finger. Compared to Sweet Thing, and my camera I think will pull, Sweet Thing has a little bit more pink. So it has a little bit more of that red undertone, to where B1 has a little bit more yellow. And let's do a close-up. So let's go like that. And then from back here, you'll be able to see color accuracy just a little bit better. The next one up is from OPI, and this is Bubble Bath. This is the reformulated version. I'm sure that I owned this a long time ago, and I remember it being more pink, number one, and most definitely being more sheer. This one seems to be more milky. It's not acrylic. That would be great, but it's one of those sheer polishes where they almost added a little bit too much white base, so it makes application a little bit tricky. This one is about 3 coats, and I usually have to be careful. Now, I've only applied this on 1 or 2 nails. I've never gone in. I have, though. I think I've worn it as a pedicure. And although the color is beautiful, the application just requires a little bit more effort. And so it's just not worth it for me. So whenever I do pull this one, it would be for pedicure, not for a manicure. So Bubble Bath is also a peach, but it's not a cream. It's a little bit more sheer, I would say. And I have it on my middle finger. I can slightly see my nail line, but it's not like a sheer pink where it blurs the line. This one covers it a little bit more because it does have more of that white base. It's still a beautiful color, and I have enjoyed this as a pedicure. So a lot of the times when if I enjoy a color, but I'm not a fan of the formula, I will oftentimes just reserve them for pedis only. This would be one of them. The next one is another one from OPI. This is called Passion. Better formulated than Bubble Bath. And I'm thinking, okay, let's do from afar. If you like this type of color where they're a little bit more sheer and you want to stick with this type of color family, I would recommend Passion over Bubble Bath because Passion has more of a sheer formula. It does not have as much of a white base, and so it's not a milky polish. It is a sheer polish, but it more even and easier of an application. The difference between Bubble Bath and Passion, you can see Passion has a little bit more red and a little bit more yellow, so it looks deeper in tone and like it has more color saturation, but it is transparent. It's more sheer for sure. And at 3 coats I can still see my nail line, but that's the point of these type of polishes. So I would say Passion is better formulated personally, and this is most definitely one that I could wear year round because it is so natural looking on the nail because it is so sheer. So let's do Passion here, and then I'll bring in Bubble Bath so you guys can see them close up side by side. And then I have it on my index. It looks so natural. It's so pretty. Okay, and then Bubble Bath right next to it. You see a little bit more of that yellow and red tone in Passion. And actually, next to it, it brings out a tiny bit of the pink in Bubble Bath. But when Bubble Bath is by itself, I think it looks peach. All right, the next one up, and this is the only one that I didn't swatch on my hand, but I do have it on my little nail wheel. And again, I'll pull my manicures from my Instagram page. This is the one that to me comes the closest. It probably has a little bit more pink than the Pantone color on their site, but it comes the closest out of actually most of the polishes. Actually, this one and Passion, although a sheer polish, it comes really, really close to the Pantone color also. All right, so this is another one from ORLY. This is called Dance With Me, and that's DANSE. I think this one came out in a spring collection, possibly 2 years ago. And this I wouldn't quite consider pastel because it has a little bit more color to it. And I'll compare it to Sweet Thing in just a moment once this thing focuses. This is a little bit deeper. It can possibly fall under no, because it's not a medium tone either. It's like in between a pastel and a medium tone type of color. It has a little bit more red, it has a little bit more pink, but still peachy tone. And where's my little wheel here? It's this one right here. And I think here in the viewfinder, it looks like the nail wheel has a little bit more of that yellow tone, but in person, it's the whatever you see in the bottle you get on your nail. And I'm pretty sure last time I wore this one, it took about 3 coats to cover the nail. It's such a gorgeous color, by the way. I love this. Okay, so because it's still focused, let's, never mind. So this is Sweet Thing, and then this is Dance With Me. Look at how much deeper Dance With Me is, and how much more red it has. And here in the viewfinder, it's looking like next to it, Sweet Thing almost looks like a pastel pink, but it's a pastel peach. The one that I have on my pinky, I have never worn. There's a couple actually that I've never worn, so I guess I gotta wear quite a few of my peaches this year, because at one point I didn't have a lot of peaches in my collection, and so I wanted a little bit more variety in tone, and I would buy here and there and then just forgot that I had them and didn't wear them. This is one that I am most definitely going to put on my spring seasonal rack. It performed really well, but mind you, I put it only on my pinky. Usually I don't have a hard time on my pinky just because it's the smallest nail. But the color is beautiful, and this is one that I would most definitely bring in the fall. If I wanted a more, like a softer orange, that's not too bright, but it's not too dull, I guess I can say, for the fall, right? It's colorful, but it's not neon. It's also not pastel. It is a peach for sure, and it has a lot of red in it. And what I love is that it has this beautiful gold pearl running throughout. Again, I've never worn it, but looking at it on my pinky, it just looks so beautiful. It's not a loud peach, you know? It's not a loud orange, which I really like. So this is from Nucolor. I bought this one at a Dollar Tree a long time ago, and it's the number 985. And I'm trying to see. Nope. I don't think this has a name in it, guys. No, I think, excuse me, it's just a number 985. It's a beautiful peach color. Okay, there it goes. And then let me put it up next to Dance With Me, because Dance With Me has a little bit more of that pink tone. This is like a true peach. It's so pretty. I put it over top of a white here, but just because at first coat it felt sheer, but it's not sheer like that to where it can perform as a topper, because it does leave some streaking. So this would be one that I would wear by itself, just layered up at 3 coats. Okay, next one, and it's the one that I have on my ring finger. This is from Sally Hansen, the Insta-Dry line, and this is called Peach. Now, this is not what it normally looks like. When I first bought this, the base was lighter. It wasn't as red tone as you're seeing here. Unfortunately, because this has been sitting in my collection now quite a few years, I want to say, the red metallic glitters in here have bled into the base. So the base has deepened up and have become more red tone. But I have it on my ring finger. You guys can see the little glitters. So some of the glitters look lighter than others because they've bled into the base, unfortunately. And then let me go like this. And then let me actually show you guys number 985 from Nucolor or True Color, whatever that brand is, I forgot. It's such a beautiful color. But this is the one from Sally Hansen. It's called Peach. Much deeper for sure. And now that the glitters have bled in, it's very, very red tone. But again, you know, pulling it up next to my my laptop and on the Pantone screen, it does seem all of these pull inspiration from that color, which is beautiful. The one on my middle finger most definitely leans more coral. But again, you know, the oranges and the pinks in Pantone's site, again, pulls color inspiration. So maybe a little too coral, but I think it works still. This is from Ella and Mila, and it's called Sugar Rush. Now, I've worn this in the dead of summer. And when I had quite a bit more color to me, I had a good tan going. And this most definitely made my hands look like lobster hands. So I was not the biggest fan. The color is gorgeous, but it brought out a lot, and I mean a lot of the red tones in my skin, and I was not feeling it. Right now, putting it on my middle finger, it's not too bad. So this would probably be one that I could stick to maybe in end of spring, possibly beginning of summer. I'm not at my darkest, you know, because although a bright color, there's so much red in this polish that is just, I don't know, it just brought out so much red in my skin, and it wasn't very flattering. It looked like somebody had squeezed my hand for a long time and all the blood just rushed to my hands. I just not a good look. Formula-wise, this is decent. Takes about 3 coats to cover the nails. So, again, you know, oftentimes with these type of colors, I don't expect anything less than 3 coats. And the more pastel they go, the more patience they do require. On my index, I have a China Glaze polish. Ooh, hello. Water break. Okay, from China Glaze, this is called Suns Out, Buns Out. I bought this one last year. I was obsessing, especially in the spring, guys. This one and a pink one from KOKIE that are very, very sheer shimmers. I pretty much wore almost the entire spring season because I was obsessing over this type of finish. This is a very sheer peach shimmer. And it has a lot of gold tones. And at 3 coats, let's see. At 3 coats, because it does have a lot of that gold shimmer, it does blur that nail line. And it's just so pretty. I have it here. So again, if you like a very subtle peach color, but with a little bit of a sheen to it, this is beautiful. This looks so good on the toes. I'm pretty sure I wore it in the summer as well. And then I also wore it actually topped over something else. I think it was another, I can't remember what other polish I put it over top of, but it was so pretty. I really, really liked it. I probably mentioned in probably my Tangelo polish video that I made last year that I wore this polish over top of another polish, and I really enjoyed it. So that is Suns Out, Buns Out from China Glaze. On this thumb, I have a color that would fit into that Tangelo video. ¿Qué pasó, gordo? Come on, my love. My handsome boy. It would fit perfectly into that Tangelo colored video, polish video, or whatever I called that, because this is so orange and it has a lot of red tones in it. This is another one from China Glaze. It's called That'll Peach You. That's why I put it in this video. If you're looking for a peach that's a lot deeper. You want to get out? Hold, please. Alright, so That'll Peach You is the one that's a little bit deeper. Definitely more red tone and such a gorgeous, gorgeous color. This is a 3-coater and it has a cream formulation. It's so gorgeous. This is another one. I bought this one last year. I have not put this on my nails as a full manicure. But I wore this color, this type of color a lot last year from other brands. And I love it. It's just beautiful. I try not to go Tangelo, guys, but this is the only one that I wanted to feature in this video. If you guys want to check out that Tangelo collection video, then I will link it up in the cards. And then another one that pulls a little bit more coral. This is one from KOKIE, and it's called Georgia Peach. I'm pretty sure they sent this to me possibly last year. I can't remember. I didn't even know that I had this or remembered that I had this. I've never worn this. Most definitely more coral, and it actually looks a little bit closer to the Ella and Mila polish, only that this one from KOKIE has even more red in it. So let's see. So I won't have a full manicure of this one because I've never worn this one. But I do have it on my thumb, so I'll show you guys what it looks like on my thumb. There it goes. And then let's go like that. So that's Georgia Peach. It's such a gorgeous color. And then because it's still focused, I'll compare it to the one from Ella and Mila. So compared to it, it brings out a little bit more of that pinky tone in Ella and Mila. And then the KOKIE one leans more orange. Different for sure, but very similar. On the nail, they both pull a slightly coral. The one from KOKIE though, To me, out of the darker tones that I'm mentioning here, like these three are the darkest that I'm mentioning, right? The Ella and Mila, the one from China Glaze, that'll peach you, and then now Georgia Peach. This one, the formula is a little bit thinner, and it left a balding on my nail. And so maybe one that I would need to be just a little bit more cautious with, but the color is really beautiful. And then let me go like this so you guys can see the difference between that'll peach you and Georgia Peach. It's a gorgeous color. And then let me go like this. All right, so last one, where did I get that one? Here. Last one is from ESSIE. This one I thought of last minute. I actually had not pulled this one out when I did my little wheel, but I just added it on my nail right before recording the video. This is actually a really good color for the Pantone color. This one's from ESSIE, and I've worn this several times. I love this color. It is so beautiful. For summer specifically on the toes, oh my god. It is perfection. It almost looks like a peachy nude on my toes, and it is very, very flattering. And I think it's because it also has this very fine gold pearl running through it. I mean, it is the finest shimmer in here, and it's visible on the nails. So that is Reach New Heights from ESSIE. I know most definitely have a manicure of this one. And I know I featured it in a shorts in last year's, possibly one of the manicures. I paired it up with another ESSIE polish. I think it was this one. It was in the Cabana. I put this, and this was on my hands, and this was on my toes. Very complimentary to each other, by the way. It looked beautiful. And this one, because the color, it's not like it blends right into my skin, right? But because it's not a very obvious and loud color on my toes, if I got any type of tip wear or chipping because I was in the pool and stuff like that, it's really not noticeable. It almost blends right in. It's a very forgiving type of color because it's almost nude. It has a little bit of brown in it. Like the base is a peachy nude, and then the gold shimmer is incorporated. It's a flat, very, very flattering color. I'm very happy with the Pantone color. I think it's really beautiful. It's going to encourage me to pull this type of color more often. I don't oftentimes pull it. Like, I don't wear it a lot, you know, but last year I really did embrace, like these two I loved so much last year. I wore these, I think these were the ones that, yeah, these are the two that I stuck to last year. The two peaches that I stuck to last year. This year, I think, well, it's kind of depending on the season, but most definitely for the spring, I'm going to pull this Nucolor one. Again, I found this one at the Dollar Tree. And another one, I think I'm going to pull Passion. This one. I may actually pull Bubble Bath, but I don't know. I don't want it to be too close to Passion. And it has a trickier formula too. And I think that'll peach you because I haven't worn that'll peach you. These would be really great. Maybe to focus in the next, maybe spring and summer or something like that. These would be really, really beautiful. Okay, that is going to be everything, guys, for this video. You guys will have to let me know what do you have in your collection. Are you doing a shop your stash for the Pantone color of the year, or did you just buy a polish that fits into this this color? Okay, just kidding, guys. I was editing, and then I went online to see what recommendations there are on magazine blogs. And Beyond Polish usually has some recommendations, and obviously that's a site where you can buy nail polishes. So let's take a look at what they have. They usually have a page designated for the Pantone color. And a lot of these are gel polishes. I'm going to assume like OPI's Data Peach. I'm not really sure if they have this in their core line or possibly like their Infinite Shine line or something like that. Or whatever other lines they have. Or I can't keep up anymore. but it's called Data Peach. That one looks like it has a little bit more pink, but it's on Beyond Polish's website. C&D Shellac Linen Luxury looks like a pastel peach. I've never tried the gel ones. I don't do gel polishes. And then from ESSIE, they're recommending Well Nested Energy. This looks like a pastel peach. So gorgeous. Actually, they're mentioning ORLY Danse with me on Beyond Polish's website. I'm telling you, it has a little peach in it. In person, it looks like it has a little bit more pink, but on the nails, it does pull a little bit more peach. And in the bottle, it also looks a little bit more peach too, but maybe not as peachy as, you know, some of the other ones that have a little bit more of that orange tone. This one has a little bit more of that pink tone, but it's on Pantone's page. KB Shimmer, You Want a Peach of Me, which is, it looks like a holographic. That looks so cute. Okay, and then some of these other ones are more gel stuff. Let's take a look, because I'm pretty sure I saw that ESSIE was recommending some polishes. Yeah, on their page. They have a color of the year for 2024. Wow, that looks really gorgeous. That main picture looks amazing. This nail color fits this person so well. That's really beautiful. Okay, so from ESSIE, and these are recommendations obviously from their line. And if I haven't tried them, I'll let you know. The first one up I've never tried. So if for some reason, this is mainly for those of you that are on the market, and you're looking to add some peaches in your collection, I do want to mention these, but I haven't tried them. This one is called Snooze In. This one seems to have a little bit of that rosy tone, but looks beautiful. This one's a pastel peach, more orangey for sure. It's called All Things Ooh, and it's a part of their Expressi line. It's their fast drying line. Never Basic, which is definitely more rosy. It looks like it has a little bit of mauve in it as well. Also haven't tried that one. So Gifted, and this is from their regular line, by the way. And this is a pastel peach as well. It looks like All Things Ooh has a little bit more yellow, and So Gifted has a little bit more of that red tone. And then they also have Peach Side Babe. This one looks most definitely, based on their website, because I've never tried it and I haven't seen it in store. It looks like it has more pink. If you guys own it though, please let the rest of us know. Let's see who else has, because some of these other sites like Elle Magazine or sometimes they include home decor and things of that nature, which actually I find them inspirational as well. I haven't taken a look at them, but I think even in my home decor, because I've already switched from winter to, I was trying to do a transition of winter to spring, but it turned out to be spring. A lot of the floral and garlands that I pulled, obviously I have some softer greens. Eucalyptus, I think, do I have lamb's ear? I don't know if I incorporated lamb's ear. I don't think I did. I think it was eucalyptus. And then I incorporated some pink, florals. I think, did I incorporate peach? Possibly. I think our wreath in our front door has some pink peach, and possibly a little bit of yellow incorporated. And I'm going to keep that decor all throughout spring. And then once summer hits, I may incorporate some sunflowers or brighter florals, and then just add to what I already have into our home decor. So I'm not, I don't want to be switching this every single season, guys, but just to tweak it up a little bit, you know, to make it fit into the season, which I think is so beautiful, by the way. I'll have to take a picture of my mantle because I really love it. I don't know what garland it is. There's one that has a little hanging strands with leaves, like branches with leaves and stuff, and they're just a little bit more airy and flowy, and so it adds a bit more of that whimsical or even delicate look to the home, which I really enjoy. And I painted our mantle black, was it last year? I think it's been a good year because this is our first fall winter yeah, I think it was last year that I painted the mantle black, and it's a matte black, and I freaking love it. It makes for an amazing base for any type of decor that we add over top. I know I featured it possibly in the fall. I think I posted a picture of our mantle on Instagram for Christmas, but I'll try to include one of our mantle with the softer shades. For now it's winter, but you know, it's a little bit more of a springy vibe. I was just needing something lighter and softer shades in our home. Someone actually mentioned from my winter seasonal rack that I was, you know, I was using a lot of softer shades and like muted tones or something along the lines. That's the mood that I've been in since the fall, actually. For nails, like those muted rosy dusty mauves type of tones on my nails, or dusty blues, let's say, like I think I have some of those on my seasonal rack. But that's the mood that I was in my home decor in the fall as well. I didn't pull for those orange, pumpkin orange, or those type of tones for the fall. I pulled for more dustier colors. They're softer shades, but still very dusty and almost moody. Softer shades is what I was in the mood for the fall. And then that's what I'm still in the mood for right now, even for the spring. I'm just, I mean, when spring comes, but you know, the decor that I have on right now in our home is, those are just the colors that I am gravitating towards. And I find that same how I'm gravitating for those type of shades in our home, I'm also gravitating to those similar shades for manicures and pedicures. So, okay, this is where I'm going to end the video because I'm not really seeing much else that I can share. I'm pretty sure ORLY has something going on where they have a page designated to the Pantone color, and then they pull from their collections and you know, for recommendations and stuff. So that's everything, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you guys in the next one.